We say good morning to our television family once again on this Thursday, 16th day of March, 2023. I'm Dan Kuntz. How did I almost forget what year it was? Good to see you. A little chilly, 28 degrees, a couple of high clouds kind of hanging around, but it's going to be a beautiful day today. We were out and about quite a bit yesterday. Went down to Walla Walla Point Park to film a segment for the program, and then we were in downtown Wenatchee for a little while. A lot of people out and about enjoying this lovely sunny weather, still not quite normal for a high temperature. We came so close. We hit 51 on Wednesday afternoon, our normal high 52, that close to getting to normal. So that streak continues. 22 of the last 23 days. Our afternoon high temperature has not been at normal, and it's not going to be today. It's going to be right around 51 or 52, but now our normal high temperature starting today goes to 53. Just can't seem to get rid of that. But it's going to be a beautiful stretch of weather all the way through Saturday before we cloud up on Sunday. We got a forecast I think you're going to like coming up, plus news to let you know what's going on in the Wenatchee Valley and North Central Washington. Bunch of sports to get to. The spring prep season is underway, and of course, March Madness. The NCAA men's tournament begins today. The women's tournament begins tomorrow. Looking forward to that. My bracket's filled out. Grant's got my $20, and I'm going to win the office pool. In the back half of the program is going to be busy. First of all, it's Thursday. Pause for Pets. Oakland the dog needs a forever home. We'll visit with our friends at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Also, Corey Batista. We love Corey, one of my favorite people. From the Women's Service League of NCW, their annual event, My Girlfriend's Closet, comes to the Wenatchee Valley Mall in East Wenatchee this weekend. Corey will be my guest in the interview portion, and if you signed up to win tickets to see Paw Patrol Live, the great pirate adventure at the Town Toyota Center, which is coming up next week. Of course, you had to go down to the original children's shop in downtown Wenatchee to get signed up. We did the drawing yesterday. We taped it, and we will play that for you today. So you'll find out if you won the tickets to see Paw Patrol Live. We'll have all of that in the back half of the program. It's a busy show, 2 minutes after the hour. Let's go. We got some great views for you this morning. The Wenatchee Heights camera behind my left shoulder will now be full screen, and it is panned back quite a bit. Again, you can see just a few high clouds hanging around, filtered sunshine when the sun comes up. We'll have 11 hours and 56 minutes of daylight today. We'll have 11 hours and 59 minutes of daylight on Friday, and we get to that magic past the 12-hour mark on Saturday with the spring equinox coming on Monday. Good morning to the Wenatchee Valley. So off to Lake Wenatchee. This is a great view here. Look at that. That's from our camera high atop Nanapoc Ridge. As we see Lake Wenatchee, all of it in its glory. A little bit of Fish Lake in the far right-hand corner, Dirty Face, Cater Glen, Nason Creek. It's beautiful up there. And of course, they are still covered in snow. That's not out. That happens. Omi Gardens. This is going to be another spectacular view. There's the sun. Hello, sun. Come see us. The Old Station Industrial Area, the Stimilk Complex, Kai's Fiber, all the packaging. Good morning. We'll be at Omi Gardens, by the way, next week to celebrate the spring equinox with our good friend Bonnie Orr. Looking forward to that. And you can see the snow line. That's really cool as well. And Leavenworth, again, still covered in snow. They've had something like 140 inches of snow this year in Leavenworth. We had over 30 inches, almost 40 inches of snow here in the Wenatchee Valley. So Leavenworth still covered in snow in the Upper Valley. Good morning to our friends in the Bavarian Village. The weekend outlook looks pretty good. A lot of sunshine Saturday. Afternoon temperatures will be in the lower 50s, just about normal for this time of the year. It is Saturday night when the clouds will begin to roll in. By the time we get to Sunday, unfortunately, to wrap up the weekend, it will be cloudy and maybe even a raindrop. It's possible Sunday night into Monday. So if you have weekend plans outdoors, Saturday looks pretty nice with just some high clouds and some filtered sunshine, but the clouds will thicken up on Sunday. It's sun's going to take the day off to wrap up the weekend. All right, from the National Weather Service, it looks something like this. Sunshine today, quite a bit of it, just like yesterday. Forecast high of 51, which is exactly what we hit yesterday. Partly cloudy tonight, 31 for the overnight low. Another day of sunshine Friday, right to the normal mark, finally at 53. And then on Friday night, we'll start seeing just a couple of high clouds, so it's going to be kind of filtered sunshine. On Saturday, it's going to be hit and miss. The clouds and the sun will be playing tug-of-war, and the clouds will have the upper hand by the time we get to Sunday, and a high of 53. Lots of clouds, maybe a raindrop on Monday at a high of 51. Back to filtered sunshine with highs in the lower 50s on Tuesday and Wednesday. All things considered, it's pretty typical weather for this, the middle of March. The middle of March, this year's just flying by. 5 minutes after the hour, the news is next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
All paws on deck with Ryder and the crew as they set sail in an all-new live stage show. Paw Patrol Live, The Great Pirate Adventure. X sparks the spot in this exciting, action-packed live show full of singing, dancing, and patrolling the high seas. For more information on how to join the heroic pups, you can go to pawpatrollive.com.
Playing Town Toyota Center March 21st and 22nd. For tickets, visit pawpatrollive.com.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
So, how's Evan?
Well, he's all grown up now, but I worry about him.
So many dangers in the world. COVID, the environment, the opioid epidemic.
Yeah, I hear opioid misuse is on the rise.
I don't even know how to start a conversation with him.
This might help. GetTheFactsRx.com. There's a whole section on how to talk about opioids with your family.
Offer support, not judgment. Cool.
Talk to your family about the dangers of opioids. Visit GetTheFactsRx.com.
Badger Mountain Brewery is your cure for boredom. Jam Night Mondays. Trivia Wednesdays. Live Music Fridays. And Sunday Brunch. There's always something brewing at Badger Mountain, so come join the party.
Hovering at 28 degrees at 7 minutes after the hour. A lot of sunshine again today. Highs will be in the lower 50s. We'll do it again Thursday and Friday, most of Saturday. Clouding up on Sunday. Let's begin with this story. A court commissioner entered pleas of not guilty Tuesday for the Wenatchee man accused of murdering his former girlfriend on Badger Mountain Road a couple of months ago. 28-year-old Dalton Scott Potter is charged with 13 felony counts in the murder of Alyssa Longwell, who was shot to death along the roadside back on January 21st. At his remote arraignment on Tuesday in Douglas County Superior Court, Potter refused to answer questions from Court Commissioner Phil Safar. He also complained about the representation of his public defender, Jesse Collins.
Is your true date of birth March 8, 1995?
Your Honor, again, I do not feel comfortable with Mr. Collins present, with the staff that is caring for me, and I do not feel comfortable, even stating my legal name right now, considering the circumstances on, which the police officers or whoever they were or were not may have arrested me or detained me or whatever happened.
Potter, as you probably know, has consistently refused to answer the basic questions during his various court appearances. He's been judged to be competent to stand trial, and he will probably do so. Safar recorded those pleas of not guilty on Potter's behalf. Possible trial date coming up in the 1st of May. Water tests at 3 school buildings owned by the Cashmere School District have found high levels of lead in the water fixtures. The Cashmere School District alerted parents last week that 14 fountains and faucets have been disconnected, I should say. They disconnected them. They're awaiting service. Lead detection above 5 parts per billion require remediation. Testing by the State Department of Health performed in January found levels as high as 13 parts per billion in a bottle filling station at Vale Elementary, 7 parts per billion in a bottle filler at Cashmere Middle School, and 10 parts per billion in each of the 3 water fountains at a Cashmere High School locker room. Superintendent Glenn Johnson told us all the water fixtures are undergoing further tests. The district is developing a remediation plan as required by law. Johnson said, and I'm quoting now, "We're trying to get to the bottom of this, and we're trying to do it transparently." End quote. He said parents can expect further updates through the district's website, and if you have any concerns, you're free to call the Cashmere School District. A Wenatchee man must spend 30 days in home confinement after stealing thousands of dollars from Bob's Burgers and Brews. in East Wenatchee. 44-year-old Ricardo Vera was employed at Bob's back in 2018. He was in charge of its nightly bank deposits. Restaurant managers say roughly $30,000 went missing during that period while it was in Vera's control. Vera pled guilty Monday to 2 counts of second-degree theft, reduced from the original charges of first-degree theft and identity theft. Douglas County Judge Brian Huber also ordered Vera to repay the $30,000 lost. Court records show he made a $20,000 repayment on the balance on the day he entered his plea. 11-year-old Gabby Whitman, she's a Girl Scout. She's learning to play the clarinet. She's got a younger brother. His name is Tyler. They also have a dog named Bowser, both of whom she protected when a fire broke out at her family's apartment back in December. The incident report from the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department said the fire was caused by a faulty battery, and without the quick decision by Whitman to grab a fire extinguisher, the fire damage would have been a lot worse. In her own words, she describes what was going through her head when she decided to act.
A couple years before, we went to this open house at the Douglas County Fire Station, and it taught us how to use a fire extinguisher just in case of a fire. And when it comes to a situation like this, a lot of stuff immediately snaps into your head. Well, that open house was one of the many things that popped into my head. And I remembered we had to pull this little ring. I couldn't find it at first. And I can't remember how to actually set off the fire extinguisher. So I rush in and I trust my gut. And I press this button at the top and it sends some of the fire extinguisher gas shooting out. So I'm like, all right. So I look at the fire as if I'm aiming a Nerf gun. And I aim it at the fire and I spray, and until I no longer see any orange, any red, any of the colors of the fire. Sometimes you think it wasn't a big a deal, it was a small fire, but other times you realize it was a small fire, but it could have gotten a whole lot bigger. And you never know what life will throw at you next.
And on an entirely different note, what are you doing tomorrow night? I'm going to be at Leboff Field at the Apple Bowl for boys soccer, but it's back. It's billed as the world's shortest parade. The St. Patty's Day Parade. I can't do an Irish brogue. Anyway, Sunny FM and the Wenatchee Downtown Kiwanis will host the one-block parade. It stages at 6:15 tomorrow night in front of the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. The parade itself, there's his honor, the mayor. The parade itself starts at about 7, travels on Rondo Street between Mission and Wenatchee Avenue. Shenanigans will be had by multiple local civic groups and organizations will be participating. Sorry I can't be there. That's the news at 13 minutes after the hour. The whole crew will be gathering the news, writing the news, disseminating the news, and then broadcasting the news. In that order. For the newscast at 5, 6, and 10, also available on our Facebook page, our homepage, and our YouTube page, with a preview of the Anchor Grandals.
Good morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, we will bring you our weekly Pause for Pets feature with the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. A beautiful stretch of weather is upon us today and will continue right through the weekend. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric Granstrom will have results from high school baseball, softball, and soccer, as well as a look at today's March Madness. That and all the day's news stories coming your way tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Thank you. Grant, got a news tip? Chime in. Let us know. Love to hear from you. News at ncwlife.com is our email address. We have a Facebook page. We also have a homepage, ncwlife.com. Click on the Contact Us icon. When we come back, college basketball begins its postseason tournament to determine champions anyway. We'll have that, plus wild hockey and high school sports when we get to sports. It's right around the corner. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
The Clearwater Saloon and Casino has the best Vegas-style games in East Wenatchee. Come enjoy yourself and discover the nightly action. Win big and meet new friends at the Clearwater Saloon and Casino.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön. We were in Roseburg in the early 80s. Our oldest son, Dan, was a defensive back, a starter on that team. They in fact, became Oregon State champions, setting the first undefeated 14-0 season in Oregon's history. And our kids still talk about that. I go back now, too, and I think about all those great days and great times. The neat thing is that we can go back in today and still enjoy the same quality food that we enjoyed 50 years ago. That's legendary.
17 minutes after the hour, Eastern Washington now knows who they're going to play in the men's NIT tournament. They just don't know where or when they're going to play. Oklahoma State beat Youngstown State last night 69-64, so they advanced to the second round. The Eagles and the Cowboys will play probably in Stillwater and probably on Sunday. As soon as we find out, we will let you know. We do know that the Huskies, after going 15-14 this year, will host San Francisco, first round of the women's NIT tonight. That game is at Alaska Airlines Arena and is set to tip off at 7 o'clock. You can fill out your NCAA bracket now. The winners of the first four are in the books. Texas A&M Corpus Christi beats Southeast Missouri. Pittsburgh topped Mississippi State. Farley Dickinson topped Texas Southern, and Arizona State blew out Nevada last night, 98-73. Of course, we have to wait until tomorrow afternoon to watch the Bulldogs play. Gonzaga will take on Grand Canyon University in the first round of the NCAA men's tournament. The game will tip off in Denver at 4:35 our time. You can watch it on True TV. I can't. I don't have it. We'll also have to wait until Friday for the first round of the NCAA women's tournament. That's when the Gonzaga ladies will take on Ole Miss at 7 o'clock on ESPNU. ESPNU is also the station you'll find the Washington State women's team. The Cougars will battle Florida Gulf Coast Saturday morning at 11:30, and Haley Van Lith's Louisville Cardinals are in Seattle to take on Drake in the first round game. That'll be Saturday afternoon at 4:30, also on ESPN2. The Wenatchee Bighorns got back in the winning track last night in TBL play. They used a big third quarter to break a halftime tie, 105-97 against San Diego. Stanley Christian led the Bighorns with 25 points. Jalen Nixon poured in 23. Wenatchee will host Vancouver at Chelan High School Friday at 7:05. The Seattle Kraken looked into a 3-game losing streak in NHL action. They're in California to take on the San Jose Sharks. They lost to Ottawa twice. They lost to Ottawa and twice to Dallas, all of them at home. Seattle's hoping the road will be favorable against the Sharks. The Kraken come into tonight's game as the number one wild card team in the Western Conference. They're 37-23-7. San Jose is 19-36-13. They'll drop the puck at 7:30 on Root Sports Northwest. Wenatchee Wild back at home this weekend. The final 4 games of the regular season are almost upon us. Merritt comes to town Friday at 7:05. Cranbrook Saturday at 6:05. Wenatchee is 6-2 in February, 2-1 in March. Yeah, Coach Clark says we are, in fact, playing better hockey.
You really do want to be playing your best hockey come playoffs, and gradually, week by week, we've been getting better and better and better, and you can see, obviously, those wins are starting to stack up, which is always a good thing, and we do have a lot of work still ahead of us the next 4 games, and we want to continue to get better, but yeah, I'm definitely happy with the progress this group has made, and they deserve it. They've been putting in really good weeks of practice, week in, week out, really since beginning of November, and it's great to see them rewarded with the wins because of it.
Clarkey was on this very program yesterday. He says it's hard to believe that only 5 points separate Wenatchee, who's in 7th place in the division, and Salmon Arm, who's in 3rd.
I've never seen anything like this since I've been coaching, whether it be when we were in the North American League or now that we're in the BCHL. I've never seen a division this tight where every single game matters and you're getting right down to the wire, and all 4 games are gonna matter. Our group had a goal coming back from Christmas that we wanted to try to secure home ice. That's still an option here. We have 4 games left. Luckily for us, all 4 are at home, where we have had a ton of success this year. And we've been having the Wild Faithful come out and be loud and proud, which has definitely been giving us that home ice advantage. And we're going to need to take advantage of it here the next 2 weeks against, again, some very good hockey teams.
Go to Wenatchee Wild's website, get your tickets, or head to the Town Toyota Center box office. All right, Prep Sports yesterday. The Les Schwab scoreboard chimes in, and Othello defended its home field in boys baseball, 7-4, a non-leaguer over the Panthers. Cashmere topped Liberty Bell 5-3. On tap today, Cashmere's on the road at Tenasket at 4, and Ephrata will visit West Valley of Spokane. In Prep fast pitch softball yesterday, Okanagan won the backyard brawl with Omak 12-1. Cashmere beat Liberty Bell 35-2. And they didn't play Tenasket and Cascade because there's still snow on the field where the Kodiaks play. Coming up today, Quincy will host Lake Roosevelt in an early season non-league play at 4 o'clock, while the Tiger women are also on the road with the baseball team in Spokane to take on West Valley. I'm assuming they're going to take the same bus. I don't know. There was one soccer match on the schedule today with Chelan blanking Liberty Bell 3-0. A busy schedule today has Brewster at Tenasket in soccer at 4 o'clock. The Okanagan boys will host Manson at 4:30. Bridgeport will visit Orville. Cascade is at Ellensburg tonight at 6. Cashmere travels to Sela. Quincy will take on Ephrata also at 6 o'clock. We will have our first sports broadcast of the spring tomorrow. This is going to be a good one. It is Wenatchee hosting Skyline. Will be at Liebhoff Field at the Apple Bowl. The game starts at 6 on Facebook. After the news, you can watch it on TV beginning at 6:30. My favorite play-by-play and analysts couldn't make it, so instead it's going to be Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen having the call. I'm teasing. I love those guys. It's been an active few days for the Seahawks. Take a look at this list. Cody Barton, gone. Running back Rashard Penny, Travis Horner, gone. Defensive lineman Quentin Jefferson, see ya. Shelby Harris, gone. Linebacker Tanner Muse, also not tendered. I don't know what that means. Jared Reed, a former second-round pick of the Seahawks back in 2016, reportedly returning to the team. He played for Green Bay last year. Also tendered contracts. Safety Ryan Neal, cornerback Michael Jackson, defensive tackles Miles Adams, and linebacker John Radigan. Seattle has 10 picks in the upcoming NFL draft, including, of course, 2 in the first round and 2 in the second round. And they got rained out in Mesa, Arizona. That doesn't happen too often this time of the year. Yeah, too much rain, so they didn't play. That's okay. The game didn't count anyway. Seattle is set to host the Giants today at 1:10 in Peoria. And those are just some of the games that people are playing at 23 minutes after the hour. For the Obscura holiday, I could have chosen National Freedom of Information Day. I could have chosen National Artichoke Heart Day. I love artichoke hearts. It's one of those things that kind of a carryover from my mom. But we're celebrating the big, cute, furry, lovely panda. Today is World Panda Day. They're making headway on saving the panda. In fact, the pandas were so rare, so close to out and out extinction, that they actually kept track of exactly how many wild pandas there are, giant pandas in the wild, 1,864. The last I checked, there are about 500 pandas living in zoos or breeding centers around the globe. They're trying to get them to make more babies. The problem is the ovulation period for a female panda occurs only once a year in the spring, and it only lasts a couple of days, and that's it. So you don't have a lot of time to get the job done. Pandas in the wild live about 20 years. Pandas in captivity live about 30 years. That's pretty much how it is for all wild animals. When pandas are born, they're about that big, tiny, about the size of a stick of butter. They're 1/800th the size of their mom, but then they will eventually gain about 300 pounds, and they gain about 300 pounds by eating. They eat 12 hours a day, almost exclusively bamboo and bamboo shoots, which isn't really healthy. That's just why they have to eat so much. So when you eat for 12 hours a day, the other part of that equation, how can I say this without losing our FCC license? Pandas defecate, there you go. They defecate about 100 times a day because of all the fiber. National Panda Day today. They are damn cute, aren't they? 25 minutes after the hour today in history. The Long Gray Line celebrates its birthday today. West Point was founded on this day 221 years ago. It's about 50 miles north of New York City. It's the oldest continuously operated fort in this country's history. They have a number of claims to fame. First of all, the tradition of the class ring began with West Point. All cadets, of course, live on campus. They all eat lunch together. Breakfast and dinner they eat separately by class, but everybody in the entire Corps of Cadets, all 4 classes, eat lunch together, and they are required to compete in sports, 1 sport in the fall, 1 sport in the winter, and 1 sport in the spring, either at the competitive level or intramural. You are required to play sports at West Point, which makes sense. Happy birthday to the Long Gray Line. On this date, 64 years ago, March 16th, 1958, the Ford Motor Company rolls out their 50 millionth automobile. It was a Thunderbird. There it is. So they averaged about 1 million cars a year for the first 50 years of their existence. That's pretty good. But General Motors outdid them. Just 10 years later, on this date in 1968, General Motors rolled out their 100 millionth automobile. It was the Oldsmobile Toronado. They don't make that anymore. This is, of course, in the 1950s and 60s, you were supposed to buy a new car every year, and they scrapped a ton of cars. In the 1950s, 4 million cars were sent to the scrapyard every year in the 1950s. I kid you not. And by the way, back in the day, all General Motor car dealerships in the state of Michigan were required to donate $1 to the Republican Party for each car that they sold. This was all for GM dealers in Michigan. They were required to donate $1 to the GOP for every car they sold, or they wouldn't get next year's shipment. Isn't that called extortion? Anyway, that's a lot of automobiles. And finally, it took 130 years. Mississippi finally got on the March 16th, 1995. Mississippi ratifies the 13th Amendment. You know that one, slavery. It was a clerical oversight, they said. I mean, it was already in effect, so nobody had to ratify any more of it. But it was pointed out in the early 90s that Mississippi never bothered to ratify the 13th Amendment, so they got around to doing this on this date in 1995. The amendment was ratified in 1865. Well, better late than never, I guess. Let's do some birthdays, heavenly birthdays, both of them. We always do presidents. James Madison, the guy who pretty much wrote the Constitution, didn't write all of it, but he's considered the father of the Constitution. He was the 4th president of the United States, born in the state in 1751, lived a long time like most of the founding fathers did. They may have lived much longer than you were supposed to back in the day. Lived to the age of 85. He was the last surviving signer of the Constitution, which makes sense since he wrote most of it. By far our smallest president physically. He was only 5 foot 4 inches tall, and he weighed less than 100 pounds. If you were James Madison's vice president when he was in office, you died. Both of his vice presidents died while in office. Nobody wanted that gig, none at all. He didn't get married till he was 43, and not surprisingly, he never fathered any children, and he is the only president ever to face enemy gunfire while in office. During the War of 1812, James Madison, born in state in 1751. And Jerry Lewis, who's kidding who? Jerry Lewis is an acquired taste. Not a big fan. He did great work with the Muscular Dystrophy Association. His movies, I could take him or leave him. He was married twice. His first wife was Patty. They were married for 38 years. They had 6 kids. He and Patty, 38 years of marriage, 6 kids. He divorced Patty, remarried Sandy. They were married for 34 years and had 1 kid. When Jerry Lewis died, he left everything to his second wife, Sandy, and their 1 kid. His first wife, Patty, and their 6 kids got nothing. Nothing. Now that's holding a grudge. Jerry Lewis, born in the state in 1926. It's the bottom of the hour. Still to come, if you signed up to see Paw Patrol live at the Town Toyota Center next week, March 22nd specifically, we did the drawing at the only place you could sign up to win them, and that was at the Original Children's Shop in downtown Wenatchee. We got together with Kelly yesterday afternoon, did the drawing, so we'll unveil the winners there. Mike McNaughty has an opinion coming up as well. We had a chance to visit with Corey Batista for the Women's Service League of North Central Washington. My Girlfriend's Closet is back after a 1-year hiatus. It's at the Wenatchee Valley Mall this year. It starts tomorrow. Corey will be our interview. But first things first, Oakland the dog. needs a forever home, it's Kennel Cameos.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm the Animal Behavior Supervisor here at Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Whoops. Today I have with me Oakland. Oakland's our pet of the week. This guy has been with us for several months. He's a great dog. He loves hiking. He loves going out with the volunteers on long walks. He does get a little stressed here in the kennel, so we are hoping that this will highlight him, and hopefully somebody will come in and find him and decide that he's the perfect dog for their home. Oakland knows all his basic commands. He has been pretty good on leash. He's very interested in smelling, so he often will go on a walk and check out the whole area smelling. Other dogs, he's been pretty good also on leash with them. He does go to playgroup. He is slightly selective. He's more fearful of other dogs, so he's been a little bit selective. So if you are interested in Oakland and you do have another dog, I would recommend bringing the dog down here to do a dog-to-dog meet and greet after you've met Oakland and decide if Oakland is for you. Obviously, he's very cute. He tries to be his very best self most of the time. He's an adult, so he is kind of past that puppy stage and just ready to be a great companion to somebody. If you'd like to meet Oakland, we are open Thursday through Tuesday from 11 to 6. We're closed from 1:30 to 2:30 for quiet hour, but you're welcome to come down any of those other times and just let them know that you want to meet Oakland or any of the friends here at Wenatchee Humane.
When I was about 16, I got in a relationship. He hit me for the first time in front of his daughter. He physically abused me in front of my children. I couldn't do it no more. Sage was there for me when I needed them. I didn't hear a lecture from them. I didn't hear anything, but just acceptance. And that's what I needed at the time. And they help you with everything that you need to move on in life and heal.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
At Prestige Senior Living, we celebrate life at every age. From our cognitive and fall reduction programs to our focus on life enrichment and wellness, we help our residents maintain independence while nurturing mind, body, and spirit. Residents also enjoy a wide variety of amenities and services, including restaurant quality dining, housekeeping, a full calendar of events, and so much more. To learn more or to schedule a tour, visit us at prestigecare.com or call the number on your screen. We can't wait to show you around.
Get even more cash back to boost your insulation, keeping your home comfy year-round. Now until March 31st.
All right, Winning Wednesday, our 2-week promotion with our good friends at the Original Children's Shop wraps up right here and right now with 2 more winners to see Paw Patrol live at the Town Toyota Center next week. This is, I believe, the March 21st show that we have tickets for, a $106 value. But for the last 2 weeks, of course, in order to win these tickets, this family 4-pack for Paw Patrol Live, you had to come down here to the Original Children's Shop in beautiful downtown Wenatchee. Introduce yourself.
I'm Kelly Lillybridge, and I'm the owner of the Original Children's Shop.
And you're a native of this area, moved away, came back. Boy, we hear a lot of that.
Yes, I moved back in 2020 with my husband and my 3 kids, and I brought this family-owned store with me that has been in my family since 1989 over in Seattle. So here I am.
I can say personally, because I was here last week when you were gone, that you done good on the HR department. You're hired. Your gal there does a great job.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I have a great staff, and everyone's really willing to help when you come in and shop, which is awesome. So we're happy that you're supporting us.
One last question before we draw the 2 winners. What makes this place different from any other place? Because if everybody has kids got to wear clothes. Why here? What sets this place apart?
Well, I personally do all of the buying for the store, and I have 3 kids of my own. So I've tried out pretty much every product you can imagine for kids, every brand. I really make sure that we have quality items that hold up really well, that last, that you can pass on to other kids in your family. They're unique things, so not everyone's going to be wearing them. And of course, we're supporting local community here, and that's kind of the backbone of Wenatchee. So I'd say that's our big setback, or our thing that sets us apart from other stores.
And it's got a vibe. I like stores that have a vibe, if you know what I mean. Stick your paw in there and let's draw 2 of them out. Here we go. This is 4 tickets to see Paw Patrol live March 21st at the Town Toyota Center. A family 4-pack. Good seats, too. Did you hear about that? Really good seats.
I'm jealous because I had to buy my tickets.
Yeah, sorry about that. Jaden Williams. Jaden, I will be getting in touch with you. Ta-da. And our other winner will be Chris from, I'll just say Chris. Chris and, Chris Costello. There you go. And I'm going to do, these are the 2 winners, and I'm going to have you draw 1 more in case I can't get a hold of these folks or I can't go. We need a backup. So this is the people, this is 5th place. Sorry. And that would go to Donnie. This would go to Donnie if, in fact, our other 2 winners can't make it. Thanks for participating in Winning Wednesday.
Yes, thank you so much. This is fun.
And the next time I have a kid, I'll be down here.
Perfect. We like to hear it.
We'll be right back.
Getting ready for the boating season is easy with the help of Bob File Boats and Motors. Now's the time of year to upgrade your boat from a new motor, a bow mount, installing a state-of-the-art GPS fish finder, or just fixing your trailer lights. Make your appointment today. With marine technology changing fast, the service department stays up to date with the newest developments and factory certifications. Spend more time on the water and less time at the shore. Get ready for summer fun now at Bob File Boats and Motors.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chafe on the other side. We can use this one.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
It's the National RV Show at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake, March 16th through the 26th, with tons of vendors, a scavenger hunt for the kids, and enter to win a new RV. Top manufacturers are coming from across the country, like Winnebago, Holiday Rambler, Forest River, Thor, Flagstaff, Grand Design RV, and more. Check out the enormous selection of both new and used RVs, motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, with huge incentives and lifetime warranty. The financing options are amazing. So come on down to the National RV Show at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake, March 16th through the 26th.
Is your recliner as comfortable as this? Does it have lumbar support? The new technology in power recliners is simply amazing.
Hi, can I help you?
Well, yes, I was just telling my friends.
Oh, about the great selection of recliners we have here at Boswell's? It's true. We have everything from pushback recliners to power recliners with all the latest features.
Boswell's Furniture on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, some years ago, I was listening to the radio, and an ad came on advising me to buy silver now because the Chinese and the Armenians, whoever, I don't know, they were buying up all the silver. So soon, any day now, the price of silver would skyrocket. So I checked the price of an ounce of silver that day, and I wrote it on a sticky note. I dated it, and I stuck the sticky on my wall in my office. Now, 1 year later, I checked the price of silver, and it had actually decreased a few dollars in price. Did I buy any silver? Nah. Will I be sorry someday? Maybe. But probably not. Oh, gosh. This is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and that's my opinion.
Did you know that nearly 50% of pet poisoning cases involve human medications and prescription drugs? Sometimes the culprit's a curious dog, but cats get into their share of trouble as well. Other times, pet owners mistakenly give their pets their own medications that are safe to people but toxic to their pets. Dr. Shauna Baez and her staff care about your pets. Go to pawsandclawsvh.com for a complete list of medications to avoid or call 888-PAWS.
Are you caught in a conflict with a family member, in the workplace, or with a neighbor or business? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on topics like conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us at 509-888-0957 or www.wvdrc.org to learn more.
It's the NCW Life Community Calendar, a presentation of Clean Connection. Tickets are on sale now for Music Theater of Wenatchee's annual Apple Blossom Musical. Shrek the Musical comes to the America Performing Arts Center May 3rd through May 13th. Evening performances are at 7:30 with matinees at 2 p.m. on May 7th and 13th. Tickets for Shrek the Musical range from $20 to $39 and can be had at the box office, by phone, or by visiting americapac.org.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Welcome back to the program. After a 1-year hiatus, my girlfriend's closet is returned to, yes, a new location, and she's an old friend of our program for the Women's Service League. Give it up for Corey Batista. How are you?
Welcome to my girlfriend's closet.
You look radiant as usual.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good.
Haven't seen you for a while. It's been a, what's the best way to put it? A liquid situation, not for your organization. You're still doing great guns, but I'm talking about my girlfriend's closet.
Yep.
You're having a hard time anchoring.
Yes. Well, you know, we move it to different locations over the course of years. A lot of people probably remember us at what many in Wenatchee call the old Hastings building. We had to move and have it on the fly in November of 2021 in the halls of Town Toyota Center Sure folks remember that. And now we're happy to say we are at Wenatchee Valley Mall in East Wenatchee.
Yeah, well, which is the only place where the Wenatchee Valley Mall is actually in East Wenatchee. And this is actually a really nice layout. This works out perfect for you gals.
It's great. It's a retail store. We have it all set up and ready to go. And hopefully we'll get some more people that are just here at the mall that haven't shopped us before.
Because most people in years past, as you mentioned before, My Girlfriend's Closet was a destination.
Yes.
You're going there to specifically do My Girlfriend's Closet as opposed to, hey, I'm at the mall, what the hell's going on here?
Exactly. So we're excited about that.
Same thing that happened with my bris. You know, it was just, you had it here at the mall. It was like, hey, what's going on? So for the uninitiated, My Girlfriend's Closet 101 for the newbies, let folks know what this is all
So
about.
My Girlfriend's Closet, we take donations from the community, new and gently used women's clothing, shoes, accessories, and jewelry. Our amazing volunteers merchandise a lovely department store, and then we're open to the public. There's no entry fee. You just come in and shop like a normal store, and the money that we make over the course of 3 days, we're only open one weekend, we then in turn give back to the community to help those in need.
Because you didn't have it last year, do you have a glut of inventory?
We do have some carryover. A lot of people who've been donating to us over the years have held on to things, and then we're excited when we were taking donations again. So we do have a very full store. We are not taking donations any longer, but there's a lot of really great stuff here.
So does everything, every piece of clothing, every purse, every knick-knack and paddywhack, and even if you perhaps give the dog a bone, does it have a set price on it, or how does that whole thing work?
There are various prices. We do have some designer items that may be priced a little bit more. From what we've heard, we're priced very reasonably. This is by no means a garage sale. Everything has been gone through, cleaned, merchandised. My Girlfriend's Closet is really known for having good quality stuff, good brand name items, and we do have some designer things. I mean, I've seen Coach, I've seen some Jimmy Choo shoes here as well. So we've got some good things.
I have no idea what those things are. None whatsoever.
We have a whole designer section too.
Oh,
so yeah.
So how do you determine what you want to charge? I mean, did you go on eBay and figure out, hey, if this is what they want for this dress, we can sell it
Well,
here?
we kind of have a team of people who kind of look at what things should be priced at based on kind of market, based on a little bit of discount. But there are a lot of things here that still have tags on them, which is really cool.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's not just clothing. There's other things as well.
Shoes. We have a great shoe department. We have a beautiful jewelry section, and then we have handbags and scarves and all sorts of accessories.
You do a lot of different things in the community. Touch a Truck, we'll talk about that in a few minutes, and a few other odds and ends. This is probably your biggest from a all hands on deck standpoint that your organization does, right?
Yes. So this is our premier fundraising event. Last year we were able to give away $60,000 in grants back to the community, to nonprofits that give back to helping those in need, Serve Wenatchee, Women's Resource Center, Sage, Upper Valley Mend, the list goes on. So those nonprofits apply for grants through us, and then we re-grant the money out. And last year we were actually able to give 5 $2,000 scholarships to women returning back to college. And that $2,000 actually pays for an entire semester here at Wenatchee Valley College.
So the nonprofit applies with you guys as opposed to you guys sitting around and figure out how you're going to dole it out. That probably simplifies things a little bit.
It does. And back in the day, I believe this is our 12th year. Back in the day, we didn't have this much money to give, so we were just kind of, giving a little bit here and a little bit there. But now that we have such an immense amount to give back, there is a grant process, there's follow-up, that the nonprofits do, so we can definitely, honor everybody's donations and definitely be able to go back and say this is where the money went and this is what it went to in this organization.
So for this year, 2023, the nonprofits have already been notified that this is your year, or is it after you do it?
It's after we do it, then folks can apply.
So
once the sale happens, the nonprofits can apply for the grant money through the month of April.
So if you're a nonprofit and you want some of My Girlfriend's Closet beneficiaries, you send a bunch of your nonprofit friends down here, because then everybody wins. You get clothes, and then your coffers get more, and then they can apply for the grant.
Right. Well, and one of the special things on Sunday, so we're open Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we actually invite women who are supported by those various nonprofits to come and shop for free. So they have a special ticket, they have a budgeted amount of money, because we try to set it up like you would be shopping in the world, with a budget. And so we're actually able to meet some of those immediate needs on Sunday with those folks that are invited to come and shop. They can shop for clothes for work, for school, whatever might be needed.
So is the inventory being turned over on a regular basis, or if you get here Sunday afternoon, all the good stuff's been picked over? How does that work?
It's not being. Everything that's here is ready to go. But we always say that there's magic in the racks of my girlfriend's closet because things. I'm always surprised. I work the checkout mostly, and I'm always surprised at what's still here on Sunday. How has somebody not found this? But see, while the people shop and buy, the racks sort of shift around and stuff comes up. So you just never know. We have a lot of people that shop every day. For that reason.
Since this is just a 3-day event, payment is just payment, credit card, debit card, cash?
Yep, credit, debit, cash. We take all of it.
You take post-dated 3-party out-of-town checks?
No.
You don't take those. You don't take those.
If you would like to follow up on those, maybe.
Hey, let's talk prom giveaway.
Yeah.
It's March. It's prom time.
Yes. So Girlfriend's Closet this weekend. The following weekend, March 25th and 26th, we have prom dress giveaway. And that's another one of our favorite events that we're known for. It will be here at Wenatchee Valley Mall, Saturday and Sunday, and we will be giving away prom dresses for free. We have thousands of dresses to give away. A lot of folks have been redonating. We have I picked up brand new dresses from Bellicera the other day. So this whole venue will be full of prom dresses the following weekend. And all you need is a student ID. Girls are welcome from all over North Central Washington to come on down.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
And finally, real quickly, because I have you here and I don't get to see you too often, I need to see you more often, as a matter of fact. Touch Truck, right, is back?
Yes.
Okay.
So save the date. It's May 20th. That's the third weekend in May, and it will be at Wenatchee Valley College again.
Which is where it was last year.
Yes, and that's turned out to be a great location for us.
Kids love it. You got the fire trucks, you got the SWAT rig, you got all kinds of cool, well, basically if it has
helicopters
4 wheels,
land.
Oh, it's going to come? Okay, good.
Yeah, so it's a great event. So we've got clothes this weekend, prom dresses the following weekend, and then trucks in May.
Well, let's wrap up where we started. Give everybody the necessary information about My Girlfriend's Closet for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this weekend.
So open to the public Friday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, March 18th, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then Sunday, we are open 11 a.m. until 4 p.m.
Okay. So where do you store all this stuff when you're not doing My Girlfriend's Closet? I mean, do you have somebody with a really big garage? How does that work?
Well, we store all the racks. Everything really condenses down. We have a warehouse that's kind of donated to us where we store everything. But everything you see here is all donations that have come in new. So we don't keep everything.
Corey, plug your organization quick while I have you here, the Women's Service League.
So yeah, Women's Service League.
Love.
It's been around since 2008. We're a women's organization. We take new members. We welcome new members in between August and November of every year. So if you'd like to join us, come on down to this event. We can get your information and we can let you know when we will be, accepting new members. And follow us on Facebook, Instagram. It's a great place to see pictures, get information. And then our website is www.wslncw.org.
I didn't get that. We'll put it on the bottom of your screen, everybody. It's Corey Batista. It's good to see you.
Yeah, you
stranger.
too. Thanks for coming down.
Anytime. Anything for you. You know that. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
I had a seizure in the middle of the night, and they rushed me to the hospital and decided to induce labor to try to get the baby out. The outpouring of love and support I got from Confluence Health. My coworkers coming to the ICU to be with me. For me, it's the work family. It's just incredible to have support no matter what I'm going through in my personal life, my own health.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
You even remember to water the house plants. I do this?
You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming.
Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Wrapping up this Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It was 28 degrees when this show fired up just about an hour ago, and it's still 28 degrees. Hasn't moved much at all, but it's chilly out in the Columbia Basin. Grant County at the airport there at Moses Lake, 23 degrees. A little chilly out there. They had a little clearer skies last night. They didn't quite have the high clouds that we saw develop here, and so they didn't have the blanket. We had that thin blanket, which kept our temperatures a little more milder than what they had out in Moses Lake as they get through this Thursday. We have some time and we have some spectacular views, so we've decided to throw some more PTZ cameras your way. We're going to pan and tilt and zoom your way into your Thursday. You saw the Billy Goat shot just a second ago. Here it is again, just spectacular. You can see the high clouds. When you have high clouds like that and the sun just coming up over the horizon, you get some spectacular sunrises. We get spectacular sunrises all over north central Washington. Now the sunsets usually aren't much because it's more like turning off a light bulb when they go down over the Cascades, but the sunrises that we get are spectacular, and that's great for us, or for me anyway, because I'm always awake to see the sunrise even in the dog days of summer because we get up early here to do Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Good morning to a large swath of Okanagan County from our Billy Goat camera. Good morning, Pateros, Bridgeport, Brewster, Riverside, Omak, Okanagan, and even our huge contingent of viewers up Tunk Mountain Way. Doesn't look like they're going to be golfing, though, at Campbell Sands or Alta Lake in the foreseeable future. What's Badger looking like? Let's take a look at the Wenatchee Valley from Badger. There you go. A lot of sunshine, just a couple of patches of snow in those shadowy areas where the sun doesn't quite hit. The snow line along the foothills of the Wenatchee Valley is very visible there. Beautiful view there. A big swath, almost the entire city of Wenatchee in view there, and the Fancher Heights development and Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. We'll be up there again this summer with Jeremy and Garrett and Michelle and the crew. We are looking forward to that. Let's head on up to Chelan. There it is. That's the Upper Butte camera. We have two of them on the Chelan Butte, one at the very top of the butte. There's a bunch of transmitters and translators and repeaters and all kinds of towers up there. It's about 4,000 feet above sea level as we look down over Lake Chelan. Wapato Point jumps out at you immediately. Looks like Chelan still has a little bit more snow than we have here in the valley floor, but those mountains are also a little bit higher than the foothills of the Wenatchee Valley. Good morning to Lake Chelan. When do they start filling up the bathtub? Is that coming up here pretty soon? Finally to Omi Gardens. We had Omi Gardens earlier. We're going to do Omi Gardens again because that is a great view. And these are PTZ cameras. That means we can pan them, we can tilt them, and we can zoom them so we have that zoomed all the way out to get all that information. Mission Ridge in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, Wenatchee Heights. And we will be at Omi Gardens next week to tape a segment of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Looking forward to that. As far as the weekend outlook is concerned, Saturday's looking good. Sunday, hit and miss. Still sunshine on Saturday. Late Saturday afternoon, now I'm talking late Saturday afternoon, 6-ish or so, more like Saturday night. You'll start seeing the clouds rolling in. But most of the day Saturday, going to be very nice. Temperatures going to be right around normal. But Sunday, going to be pretty cloudy, I'm afraid, with even maybe a raindrop or two as we get late into Sunday afternoon, overnight Sunday night into Monday. There'll be another system, not a particularly significant system. It's not packing a big punch, but it is going to cloud us up and give us a chance of rain Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. From the National Weather Service, one more look at your forecast. Sunshine today. We hit 51 yesterday. We should hit right around 51 today. 31 for the overnight low tonight with a couple of clouds. Filtered sunshine Friday, pretty much the same deal. Few high clouds, burns off as the sun gets the job done. A little bit warmer, 53 would be normal for this time of the year if we get there on Friday. Friday night, we're going to cloud up a little bit. Not much, 33 for the overnight low. So partly sunny is what we're going to call it on Saturday. Not quite sunshine from sunrise to sunset. There'll be a few clouds on Saturday with a high of 53. Sunday, as we already mentioned, the clouds will be rolling in. A late afternoon raindrop is not out of the question with some light snow in the Cascades and a little unsettled Monday as well. And that is it for us. Have a great Thursday. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.